Alright, what am I even talking about today? I didn't think about this ahead of time at all. Um, what can I talk about? Wow. Well, this was a great idea to just press record before I even knew what I was going to say. That's a really smart idea. Um, well, you know what? I mean, I have one idea. Okay, so you know what? we'll do this because Reckoning is releasing in like 3 days, I think, for Black Ops 6. I don't know, I can't. Thursday comes out August 7th. And I am excited for it, but it's kind of been weird because I was like deep into Black Ops 6 since launch, pretty much. Like ever since it came out, I was like constantly playing it. I was really excited. Like I loved playing Citadel. I played a ton of Citadel, and then played a decent amount of the Tomb. Played a decent amount of Shattered Veil, but I kind of stopped playing Shattered Veil because I just stopped playing the game. Just something I'll talk about later. But like overall, I played like a ton of BO6, and I mean you can tell that from the main channel stuff, I guess. Where I have like, I think I said I had like 300 hours or something, and I think it's like 400. But the whole point is that I have played a ton of BO6, but after like Shattered Veil dropped, I played that for a while, and then I just kind of stopped because I think like especially around like zombie snacks and stuff, that was kind of when I started to teeter off, because it was just like there were other things I wanted to do, because Monster Train 2 came out first of all, so I wanted to play that instead. And just, you know, I had played so much Black Ops 6 that it was just kind of like I'm a little bored of it now. So honestly, like I mean, I don't hate the game, but it's just I just got burnt out from playing so much. That's basically what it came down to. And now it's like, you know, I stopped playing. Like I was doing my daily stuff like every single day. I was always playing. And then like when I stopped, I just didn't really have that motivation to come back to it. So I just kind of dwindled. And like now I'm slowly coming back to it, but it's also like I don't really I don't like playing it as much anymore, I guess, if that makes any sense. Like it's just I don't feel as much enjoyment, I think, because I've played so much of it. And I think also, I don't know, I think, in my opinion, they definitely needed a season where they didn't do another map, because, like, they were probably crunching insane, but at the same time, like, as soon as there was no new map, and it's like, well, here's Grief. And, like, I was interested, I was like, okay. You know, Grief, that could be interesting. We'll see what happens with Grief, but like now that Grief has kind of come and gone, I mean, I literally played like 2 games of the mode and was just like, yeah, it's not for me. And that was after some of the nerfs they did to like the melee stuff and all that, and like the gobblegums. I think now they have like restricted gobblegums or something. I don't know. I haven't been playing it. I haven't been keeping up with it, but for the people that like that mode, I'm happy for them, but it's just, I just don't like the mode that much. I think this is something I'm gonna say when I make my zombie snacks video in like 30 years when it finally comes out, but it's just, I think it's an okay mode for the people who like it, but I don't really play zombies for like that competitive sort of thing. Like if I did that, if I cared about that, I would be playing multiplayer, but I don't care about multiplayer. Like I've never played a game of Call of Duty multiplayer, and the only idea I had was doing like a video where I play multiplayer until I get to kill a guy with the Seth Rogen skin to get revenge for him taking away all my Easter egg songs for zombie snacks. Because I'll never forgive Seth Rogen for that. But like, that's it. Like, I don't care to play multiplayer. Like, I don't care about FPS games generally, but it's just Zombies is different. Because Zombies isn't about, you know, killing people and, like, you know, being competitive and stuff. Like, I despise competitive games. After League of Legends, I mean, like, there was, like, that period of Overwatch where everybody was playing it, and there were, like, some other games here and there, but, like, for the most part, like, other than League, I never cared. And I still don't care. Like, I just don't enjoy playing multiplayer competitive games anymore, because I just feel like it's not fun. So it's just like grief is not for me. And when that's like the main thing that's gonna be the content drop that season, like I just and then also the last time before I stopped playing, I played like the Abomination Challenge thing, and I just thought it was, I know some people were like, oh, it's good and whatever. I felt like it was kind of stupid, and I despised the fucking graphics, which are still present in the spawn room mode, which pisses me off. Like, it looks so horrendous. I thought my game was fucked up. I was like, what happened to my game for this to happen? And then I loaded into a regular match, and it was normal, and I was like, oh, so it was actually just the LTM. It was actually just this stupid, like, COD tunes, whatever. Like, I know some people, like, said, like, oh, you know, the anime thing is weird, like, the anime girl skin is weird, like, the weed skin is weird, and, like, I kind of felt that way, too. But, like, you know, at least it's not something that just completely clashes with, like, the rest of the game, because when you look at, like, those other skins, you look at, like, the Beavis and Butthead skins and stuff, it completely just clashes with the game, and it's like, why did we make these? And I mean, I think the only answer why they made them is just for money. Let's be honest. Like, that's basically it. It's just, you know, oh, we're crossing over with this recognizable character. Go spend $20 or whatever for the skin. Like, number one, I don't care. I think the only, like, they would have to reach in for something, like, real deep. Like, we'd have to get, like, a Castlevania crossover, and then maybe I would spend $20. You know, or they have to get, like, a Cave Story crossover or something. If they manage to do that, sure. You know what? They can have my money. But, like, that's also not going to make them money, because it's not something that's a recognizable brand. It's not Squid Game or Seth Rogen or whatever the fuck. So, I just don't care about the skins. I think the whole crossover thing has been kind of stupid, but it's like, I'm okay with it when there's, like, something there. Like, when they're doing, I mean, even the Squid Game thing was handled really bad, but, like, at least the concept was kind of there. It was like, okay, you know, it's red light, green light, dead light, right? Like, it's kind of based on the show. Why, like, what is Beavis and Butthead, or actually, no, wait, no, never mind, it's American Dad now, right? That's what it is, American Dad or something? What does American Dad have to do with the fucking spawn room? Can anybody tell me that? No, you can't. But, yeah, like, I think the event thing and the skin thing has just got annoying. I just can't be bothered with it anymore. It sucks. And it's like, I've just kind of accepted that it's a thing. But now I don't really want to, like, engage with it anymore. That's basically what it just boils down to. It's like, I think the spawn room LTM2 is such a good idea, because it's something, like, one of the most iconic challenges in Zombies, right? And, you know, you're, like, rewarding people for doing the spawn room challenge and trying to make it to, like, a specific round. I think, like, you know, like, round 30 on Terminus in the spawn room, that's honestly really cool, because it's, like, actually difficult. I mean, you can use gobblegums to make it easier, obviously, but, like, it's actually kind of difficult, and it requires you to think about, like, what you're gonna do. Like, oh, am I going to, you know, oh, let me try to get the Mangler's arm off so I can use the Mangler cannon to kill zombies, or like, you know, let me take this specific weapon because it will be easier to kill with early on or whatever, or like, you know, I was thinking, oh, maybe I wait for like the GS45s to get to legendary rarity and then I buy them off the wall, like that sort of thing. I think that is honestly just incredible. I think that's like what the game needs. It needs more interesting things instead of just, you know, oh, let's just fucking. Also, I gotta check on my, because I'm sitting in my car waiting to do a Lugia raid potentially, and it's not. Oh, somebody. Okay, there's a yellow gem here. I can get in that in a little bit. But where? Okay, where was I? forgot where I was at. Yeah, spawn room LTM. I think the spawn room LTM is such a good idea, but it's just the whole cartoon art style thing. It just really pisses me off. I don't like it at all. And like, there's so much good stuff that's in there, but they just, I think the art style is like a big annoyance for me. But like, they kind of dropped the ball with some of the LTMs, I feel. And honestly, I think also just like not having some of them be infinitely replayable. Like, I guess it's kind of something that I didn't say super well when I did my Terminus cranked video, where I beat the Easter egg, which, if you haven't watched that, I think that is my best video by far. But if you haven't watched that, at the end I said that I didn't want Treyarch to bring back Team Cranked until maybe Black Ops 7, but it's like, if they made it like a permanent mode, I think that's okay. I was just like, yeah, I'm like done with this mode. I don't really want to see it come back again as like a limited time thing, I guess, sort of. And they're bringing it back as a limited time thing, which, unironically, I'm thinking about doing another challenge like that, which, you know, I might take a couple years off my life, but, well, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But, okay, getting off the whole LTM thing, though, because that was a whole thing that I just went through for like 10 minutes. I like the game a lot. I think the game, a lot of people will say like, oh, Cold War was better or whatever, but I think people are going to look back on this game and be like, this is one of the best zombies games we ever got. Like, period. This will be one of the best zombies games we ever got. And like, right now, you're going to have people that are glazing BO3 because they're always going to now, even though they weren't when it was out, when it was the new one. That's a whole different topic for another day, but they're going to glaze BO3, they're going to glaze BO4. You know, you're going to have people that even glaze Cold War, be like, it was better than BO6. But like, the reality is that honestly, I think this game is going to go down as one of the better zombies games. I think it's definitely better than Cold War. Like, say what you will about Cold War. I think Cold War had some good stuff in it too. But I think it's far better than Cold War. Way better than Cold War. Like, I mean, there's more maps to choose from. I think the maps are better generally. I think it kind of sucks that we didn't get as many unique wonder weapons as we did in Cold War. But, like, honestly, I think D Machine is a good map. And then I think Mauer Toten's a pretty good map. And I also think Firebase Z is a little bit underrated. But I think Forsaken just kind of sucks, to be honest. We'll see how Reckoning turns out, because I don't know if that's going to end up just being another Forsaken. But I hope not. I hope it's a fucking awesome map. I hope it manages to top Citadel and Shattered Veil. But I don't entirely know how it's going to end up. But like, regardless of what happens, I'm still excited for it. I still think it's going to be a fun time, even if it might be terrible. But like, I'm still going to enjoy it. So, but I don't know. Overall, I think like the game has been good. I just think people get so negative about it all the time that it's like they need to. Just checking on the Lugia raid. But I think people just need to kind of get their expectations in check. is the main thing I'd say. Because it's like, I think this game did fairly well on the zombie side. I know like a lot of people are pissed at multiplayer or whatever, and like they say Black Ops 6 is the worst game ever made or something. Like, okay. There definitely are not like literal asset flips that exist. Clearly, Black Ops 6 is actually just the worst game ever made. But you know what I mean. Like, I really despise just how people treat the game, and I think that in a couple years you will see people who will say like this game was underrated. Like they'll probably say, you know, maybe it was third or fourth best or something, third or fourth best zombies, which I don't even know if that's true, to be honest. But I mean, in terms of the zombies I played, which is BO3, a very small amount of BO4, Cold War, and I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. In terms of those games, and then BO6, I would put BO6 number 2, personally, which, I mean, I haven't played enough of BO4 to really get a good opinion on it yet, so maybe BO6 is more like a number 3 out of those. But I think that, what's it called? I think that BO6 is a good game. I mean, I think it's a good game. I don't know. I enjoy this game a lot. I think a lot of people kind of nitpick on it a little more. I mean, maybe it could just be my biases too, because I feel like this is the first like real zombies game that I played. I was there in season 4. I was playing the maps blind. Like, I wasn't doing that when I was playing BO3 because, you know, people were telling me what to do and there was a million Easter egg guides already, you know, that sort of thing. And Cold War was the same thing by the time I got into it. And also Cold War, I just have like a personal vendetta against Cold War because it constantly was crashing all the time and it was pissing me off. But I think that BO6 will definitely go down as a good zombies game, other than the fact that it's always online, because I think that genuinely sucks, and I hope that they patch in something where you can play it offline or whatever, and like maybe it doesn't have great performance offline or whatever, but like it's better than not having the game at all, because I'm gonna be pissed if it just dies one day and nobody can play Citadel, nobody can play Shattered Veil, you know, nobody can play Terminus. Liberty Falls and the Tomb, I mean, the Tomb is okay. Liberty Falls is meh, but like I still think people should be able to play the game, especially the game that they paid for. But going into Reckoning, I'm still optimistic. I feel like they're trying to do something different. Like this map looks like it has a lot of verticality. We got a new wonder weapon, which is awesome. The anti-gravity thing with the Omni movement, I think is honestly like really sick. I'm kind of glad they did that. That was something I didn't even think about until seeing it in the trailer. I was just like, that's a really smart idea with Omni movement. Like it's like the same thing as a BO3, where like in BO3 you had like anti-gravity and Horizon Drock and stuff like that. Like that's sick. That's just sick. I don't know what else to say. Like, this is cool. And I guess actually Shadows of Evil too, now I think about it. Forgot about in the pap room. But I think that Reckoning looks good, and I hope there will be some solid story payoff, because like it was really bad with the Tomb. And I mean, even Citadel, as much as I love Citadel, that ending cutscene pissed me off so much. Like I was just watching that like, what? I mean, I basically had the same reaction as Weaver, but like without the, he's your what? It's just like, what? That was the cutscene? That was a horrible cutscene. Terrible cutscene. Unironically, the Tomb's cutscene was pretty stupid, but like I feel like I was let down more by Citadel's cutscene, if I'm being honest. But speaking of cutscenes, by the way, I mean, obviously they kind of have to do an end cutscene for this. Like, what, are you gonna wrap up the story just not in a cutscene? You have to make a cutscene for this. I hope it'll be really good. I hope it'll really be something that can really make me hype going into BO7. Because right now, honestly, I'm not super hype about BO7. Like, I probably am gonna play it at some point. I'm gonna buy it and play it. I mean, I'd probably buy it at launch, if I'm being honest, just because I want to play more zombies. But, like, I don't know. It's kind of fallen a little bit off a cliff for me, and there's just more stuff I want to do instead. So, which, I mean, I think that was also, like, an idea that I wanted to talk about at some point. Maybe I'll talk about that another day. The idea of, like, at least for me, personally, gaming not being as hype as it used to be for me. But that'll be for a separate day. I won't delve into that now. This is about BO6, I guess, because that was just what came up, so. But I hope, for the sake of BO6's legacy, that this can end off well, because I feel like when you have a game that doesn't end off well, it kind of pisses people off. Like, I feel like, I know people have kind of come around and, like, tagged or Toden or whatever in BO4, but a lot of people kind of despise BO4 because of how it ended, because it just kind of ended in this terrible way. Or not terrible way, but, like, you know, you can tell there was a massive dip in quality from the start of BO4. But I don't know. I mean, overall for me, I just want it to end well, because I feel like Cold War, for example, Cold War did not end well. Like, I mean, it's cool that Rick Toffin was, like, the director and all that, but, like, I don't know, Cold War did not inspire me. But I think that BO6 has a chance to really cement itself as, like, one of the better zombies games here. I think people are generally going to say BO3 is the best, and then they'll probably say BO2 is the second best or whatever, and then, like, you know, maybe after that it's like BO1, or it's like BO1, probably IW somewhere in there. And then, I mean, you can make an argument for BO4 too. I feel like generally people don't like BO4, but maybe sentiment on that is changing. But I think that, I mean, I just think the BO6 is a solid game, and I feel like people should be willing to accept that, even if it's going to take a couple years for them to actually do that. And I mean, I think, like, Reckoning is kind of the perfect way for that, right? Like, if you make a really good impression at the end, people are going to be more happy with the game overall. But I mean, we'll see. Because again, it all kind of depends on how well Treyarch actually manages to land this. This is a chance that it's just a total dud. It's like the second coming of Transit, and we're just all crying. But I don't think that'll happen. I think it's gonna be a decent map at least, if not a good map. But I think overall BO6 has been a very good game. And I mean, I'm definitely happy that I spent $60 on it, even if someday it's gonna go poof because, you know, Activision moment right there. But I'm hoping this map lands well, not for my sake, but for everyone else's sake. I guess, if that makes any sense. Just because I feel like this game should be remembered as a good game, and it's kind of at the risk of not being remembered as that, so we'll see. But I think that's probably all I have to say. Can't really think of anything else. Is there anything else I wanted to add? Not really. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. I pretty much have nothing. Oh, this Lugia raid is like 2 minutes left on it. Fuck me. I'm not getting it. GG. I waited out this whole Lugia raid. But yeah, I guess we'll see what this map brings, because I feel like this is kind of my last chance to really give some thoughts on BO6 before it happens. And I hope it'll be good. Also, I'm hoping for another Fire Easter egg song. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna go play Pokemon Go now, not play zombies, because I'm still a little burnt out. But I'll be back for the new map, of course. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's it.